So imagine you are having just a terrible day, like a truly awful day.
Oh, we have all been there.
Right. You're exhausted, you're frustrated, and you have to call a customer service helpline.
Pretty much the worst thing you can do on a bad day.
It really is.
Mm.
Because something you rely on is broken and you are, practically in tears.
Yeah.
But then the voice on the other end of the line instantly softens. It perfectly matches the pacing of your breathing. And it uses this precise, comforting language that just instantly talked you down from the ledge.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Yeah, and you hang up feeling entirely understood, validated, and calm.
Yeah.
And it was all done by a machine that doesn't even have a pulse.
It is a staggering reality. I mean, we are looking at a landscape where the technology is no longer waiting for us to input a command, It is actively reading us.
Exactly. And that is the mission for today's deep dive. We are unpacking an incredibly dense AI news digest from August 20, 2026. Because if you look at these updates, we are witnessing a profound shift. I mean, we've spent decades treating artificial intelligence as this, hyper-fast calculator.
Yeah,
right?
a tool to crunch logistics or, schedule meetings.
Exactly. But we are officially crossing a boundary here. AI is rapidly entering domains that we have always considered exclusively fundamentally human.
Right. Empathy, mentorship.
Creativity.
Yeah.
Okay, let's unpack this, because the line between human and machine is getting incredibly blurry, incredibly fast.
It really is. And I'd say the overarching theme binding all this recent activity together is integration.
Integration.
Yeah. We are far past the era of AI as like a standalone application you actively choose to boot up.
Right, like opening an app on your phone.
Exactly. It is weaving its way into the background architecture of our daily lives. And because it is taking on these distinctly human traits, it is actively challenging our core definitions of what human interaction actually requires.
Right, so let's get into the mechanics of that helpline scenario I mentioned, which comes straight from recent research out of MIT.
Yes, the MIT emotional AI.
Right, so they've unveiled an emotional intelligence feature for AI systems that doesn't just listen to the words you say, it analyzes how you say them. It recognizes subtle emotional cues from your voice and your text to gauge your mood, and then adjusts its own tone in real time.
Yeah.
But I have to ask, how exactly is a piece of software reading human emotion?
Well, it really comes down to microscopic acoustic analysis.
Okay.
It is not just doing basic sentiment analysis on your vocabulary, like looking for angry words.
Right, like if I yell a swear word.
Yeah, exactly. It goes way beyond that. It is analyzing the microtremors in your vocal cords.
Wait, really? Microtremors?
Yes, it is measuring the cadence of your speech, the duration of your pauses, the subtle shifts in pitch, and even the pacing of your breath.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it takes all of those biometric audio cues, runs them against massive data sets of human emotional expression, and instantly maps your current psychological state.
That is wild.
And then from there, it alters its own synthesized voice, modulating its pitch, its speed, its vocabulary, all to achieve a specific relational outcome.
Okay, but hold on. I have a major problem with the word relational here.
Okay, go for it.
If I am talking to this MIT system, and it senses that my vocal cords have microtremors indicating stress.
Right.
So it deliberately softens its voice to calm me down? Is that genuine empathy, or is it just highly sophisticated emotional manipulation?
That is the million-dollar question.
Because it is analyzing data points to produce a desired reaction in me. Right. It is making me feel comfortable without actually feeling a single thing itself. It's just math.
It is. But what's fascinating here is the intent behind the engineering and how we define the utility of an emotion.
Okay.
You see, the MIT team's stated goal is to make virtual interactions feel more human and personalized. They aren't trying to build a machine with a soul. They are building a machine that perfectly simulates the mechanics of empathy.
The mechanics?
Yeah. And in sectors like mental health support or crisis customer service, the mechanics might actually be more important than the authenticity.
Interesting. How so?
Well, if someone is in severe distress, they need a delivery method that de-escalates their nervous system.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Right. So if the AI's mathematically generated tone successfully lowers a person's heart rate and makes them feel supported, the end result is achieved.
Right. For the person's nervous system, the simulation is indistinguishable from the reality.
Exactly.
So the outcome overrides the authenticity. If the user feels better, it doesn't matter that the machine is just executing a calming algorithm.
Precisely.
But if a machine can successfully mimic empathy to de-escalate a stressed adult, The next logical step is applying that exact same emotional and cognitive tracking to human development,
Yes.
which is exactly what we are seeing play out in the UK right now.
Right, with the AI tutors.
Yeah, schools over there are rolling out virtual AI tutors to supplement traditional teaching.
And this is where we see adaptation put into practice over a long-term trajectory.
Yeah.
Because these AI tutors are not just digital textbooks that, flip pages when a student finishes reading.
Right.
They actually map a student's individual cognitive pathways in real time. They are constantly measuring exactly how long it takes a student to absorb a concept.
How so? Like timing them on a multiple choice quiz?
Far more granular than that.
Really?
Yeah. The system measures the exact millisecond hesitation before a student clicks an answer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, to gauge their underlying confidence, not just their accuracy. It tracks where their eyes move on the screen.
That is incredibly detailed.
It is. So if a student breezes through visual geometry but constantly pauses on word problems, the tutor instantly rewrites the upcoming curriculum to blend visual aids into the text.
Wow.
It dynamically adapts to their exact learning speed and specific style, ensuring they are never bored and never overwhelmed.
Wait, but doesn't perfectly tailoring an education to a kid's exact speed just kind of coddle them?
Well, that's the debate, right?
Yeah, because I think about my own time in school, and half of my education was the frustration of keeping up with the kids who were faster than me.
Oh, absolutely.
Or, the challenge of explaining something to a peer who was slower.
Right, the social aspect.
Yeah. If every single student is locked into their own little digital bubble with an AI tutor perfectly tailored to never challenge them in a way they don't like, do we lose something critical?
It's a very valid concern.
We lose that shared, sometimes brutal, but essential social friction of learning together in a classroom.
And this raises an important question about the fundamental architecture of school. And it is exactly why the educators involved in the UK trials are urging caution.
Okay, so they see this too.
Oh, yeah. The technology is dazzling, and the initial results show much deeper student engagement with the raw material.
Sure.
But those educators stress a vital caveat. The AI must enhance, not replace, human interaction.
Enhance, not replace.
Exactly. The goal of these systems isn't to isolate the student. The goal is hyper-efficiency. The AI handles the heavy lifting of personalized pacing and rote memorization.
So the AI acts as the ultimate patient tutor that never gets annoyed when a kid asks why for the 50th time.
Yes, exactly. And by offloading that massive cognitive burden from the human teacher, the teacher theoretically has significantly more time and energy to facilitate the exact social friction you were talking about.
Oh, I see. So they can focus on the human stuff.
Right. They can focus on complex group projects, critical thinking debates, and creative exercises.
Yeah.
The debate right now is entirely focused on whether school systems will actually use this technology to free up teachers for mentorship, or if they will just use it to pack more kids into a room under the supervision of algorithms.
Yeah, it's a profound balancing act.
Right.
We are actively deciding how much we trust an algorithm to guide the cognitive and emotional development of the next generation.
We are.
But if you zoom out from the classroom, the updates in this digest show that we are scaling that exact same trust up to the macro level.
Yeah, we really are.
We are moving from trusting AI with a child's education to trusting it with the survival of ecosystems and even the stability of the global economy.
It's a massive leap.
It is. Here's where it gets really interesting. In Australia, teams of scientists have deployed AI-powered drones to monitor endangered species in the wild.
And the environmental application perfectly illustrates the sheer observational reach of modern AI.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Well, these aren't remote-controlled cameras with a human staring at a monitor back at base.
Right.
The AI on board the drones is actively processing massive amounts of visual and thermal data in real time over vast, inhospitable territories.
Okay, so it's doing the thinking in the air.
Exactly. It can instantly differentiate the movement pattern of an endangered rhino from the movement pattern of a poacher's vehicle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, even through dense canopy. It tracks behaviors, predicts migration routes, and alerts authorities to habitat destruction before human teams would even know where to look.
That is just unprecedented precision, used for absolute good. I mean, it is acting like a tireless, omniscient sentinel guarding vulnerable ecosystems.
It is.
But you take that exact same mechanism, right? High-speed precision data analysis.
Right.
And you drop it into the financial sector, and the narrative completely flips.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, a leading financial firm is integrating AI algorithms to analyze unimaginable amounts of real-time market data to dictate their investment strategies.
Mhm.
And it's working. I mean, they were reporting higher returns and significantly reduced risks.
Yeah, the numbers are undeniable.
But the critics in the digest are absolutely sounding the alarm about what this means for transparency.
Right, because it is the double-edged sword of precision.
I mean,
Well, think about it. In Australia, the AI gathers and processes data, but a human still steps in to stop the poacher.
right.
In the financial sector, the AI isn't just gathering data, it is increasingly acting upon it, executing trades at speeds no human can comprehend.
Oh, wow.
It creates what critics call a black box.
A black box.
Right.
Because we can't see how it's making the decisions.
Exactly. The algorithm is analyzing global supply chain fluctuations, satellite imagery of crop yields, and millions of social media posts simultaneously.
It's just too much data for a person.
Way too much.
Uh-huh.
And it's making investment calls based on subtle patterns that are completely invisible to the human eye.
Okay, so it's like hiring a master chef who cooks you the absolute best meal of your life.
Right.
But they flat out refuse to write down the recipe, and they speak a language you don't understand.
That is a perfect analogy.
You get to eat the incredible food,
Mhm.
and everyone is happy about the high returns, but you have absolutely no idea what ingredients are going into the pot.
Yeah.
You have no idea if you're being poisoned until it's too late.
And the danger lies in algorithmic cascading.
Algorithmic cascading, what is that?
Well, it isn't just one firm using these algorithms, it is the entire market.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, if one AI detects a microtrend and executes a massive sell-off, another firm's AI instantly analyzes that sell-off and reacts.
Which triggers a third AI.
Exactly, and so on. You can have a market flash crash that wipes out billions of dollars in the span of 3 seconds, long before a human trader can even blink, let alone intervene.
Which brings up a massive accountability vacuum. If an algorithm goes rogue, or two algorithms get into a feedback loop that tanks a sector of the economy, who is actually at fault?
And that is the core tension the critics are highlighting. When the sentinel makes a mistake, who takes the fall?
Right.
Is it the human trader who couldn't possibly understand the AI's logic? The engineers who trained the model? The executives who bought the software?
Is it possible to untangle?
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
By delegating the decision-making process to a machine that operates beyond human comprehension, you are severely complicating the chain of responsibility.
It really forces you to look at the whole board and realize the sheer volume of what we are delegating right now.
Yeah, it's a lot.
We are handing over real-time macroeconomic data analysis. We are offloading environmental protection. We are trusting machines with the pacing of our kids' education.
Right.
We're even delegating the expression of empathy. So if machines are executing all of these incredibly complex, highly sensitive tasks, what is actually left for us?
It's a great question.
Which brings us to the final piece of the puzzle today. The ultimate subjective experience. Art.
Yeah, art. For centuries, art has functioned as the impenetrable fortress of the human condition.
Right.
It was universally accepted that a machine could never replicate it because art requires lived experience.
You have to feel something to make something.
Exactly. It requires mortality, heartbreak, joy, abstract thought. A calculator cannot experience angst, therefore a calculator cannot paint.
Right, but that fortress has been comprehensively breached.
Oh, completely.
Breached and completely taken over.
Right.
We are seeing AI-generated digital art fetching record-breaking prices at auction right now.
It's really astounding.
Technologists and artists are collaborating, blending human prompts with machine execution to create these visual masterpieces that are stunning the art world.
Yeah.
But it is deeply polarizing. The digest highlights a massive philosophical divide between purists and embracers. The purists are arguing that art must absolutely remain a uniquely human endeavor, while the embracers view this as just the next frontier of human ingenuity. So what does this all mean? Like, if a person types a 30-word concept into a computer and the machine executes a flawless, breathtaking masterpiece, is the human's prompt the actual art? Or are we just curating the machine's immense talent?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, this debate perfectly encapsulates the existential friction of every topic we've covered.
How so?
Well, the embracers look at AI art and see a tool. They argue that the camera didn't kill painting, it just shifted the medium.
Right, sure.
Synthesizers didn't kill music, they expanded it. So they see the human prompt as the creative spark, and the AI as simply an infinitely capable brush.
But the purists are looking at something much deeper than just the tool used.
Yes. The purists are tapping into a profound existential anxiety
Yeah.
because art is fundamentally a transmission of feeling from one conscious being to another. When you look at a deeply moving painting, you are connecting with the struggle or the vision of the artist.
You feel their humanity.
Exactly. So if a machine creates an image that moves you to tears, but the machine has no lived experience, no mortality, and no heartbreak, what exactly are you crying at?
Oh, wow.
Are you connecting with the soul, or are you just responding to a mathematically perfect arrangement of pixels that was specifically engineered to hack your visual cortex?
Wow. It's the exact same mechanism as the MIT emotional AI hacking our nervous system with the perfect calming tone.
Yes, exactly.
It's analyzing the data of what humans find beautiful or moving and reverse engineering an output to trigger that specific biological response in us.
Precisely. The AI art represents the ultimate synthesis of this technological era. It utilizes the vast high-speed data processing capabilities of the financial algorithms, it mimics the emotional resonance of the MIT systems, and it directly challenges our fundamental definitions of human achievement. Just like the UK AI tutors challenge our definitions of how humans learn.
It is a phenomenal amount of change to process.
It really is.
Let's briefly pull the thread through everything we've explored today, because this digest paints a stark picture of where we are.
Yeah, let's recap.
We started with the realization that algorithms are no longer waiting for our commands. They're actively reading our vocal microtremors to simulate empathy and manage our emotions.
Right.
We saw how that ability to track and adapt is moving into UK classrooms, where algorithms map the millisecond hesitations of children to flawlessly tailor their cognitive development, while teachers fight to preserve the messy social friction of human mentorship.
Yes, that balance.
Then we looked at how we are scaling that trust to a planetary level, using AI drones to process visual data and protect endangered species in the Australian outback.
Which is amazing.
But we also saw how that same hyper-precise data processing creates a terrifying, unaccountable black box when applied to the global economy on Wall Street.
Yep.
And finally, we arrived at the auction house, where mathematically perfect machine-generated art forces us to question whether human execution even matters anymore.
And the critical takeaway for the listener is that this isn't science fiction, and it isn't isolated to specialized industries.
Not at all.
Whether you are a parent trying to understand how your child is being taught, an investor wondering how your retirement fund is being managed by algorithms you can't see,
Yeah.
or simply someone trying to get a refund from a customer service helpline on a Tuesday afternoon, you are actively interacting with this shift. We are moving from utilizing AI as a tool to inhabiting it as an environment.
Inhabiting it as an environment.
Yeah.
That puts it into perfect perspective. As we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you, the listener, with a final thought to mull over on your own. It builds on this entire trajectory, from the flawless empathy engines at MIT to the record-breaking algorithmic art. If AI systems eventually perfect emotional empathy, if they flawlessly tailor our education without any friction,
Right.
if they optimize our global finances without any risk, and generate breathtaking masterpieces on demand, what happens to the value of human imperfection?
Mm.
Think about that. In a future where machines can execute absolutely everything flawlessly, will human error, our awkwardness, our flaws, will that become the ultimate luxury?
That's a deep thought.
Will a mistake be the only definitive proof left that an experience is authentically, truly real? Keep questioning, and thanks for taking the deep dive with us.